So, new project. You saw in the last video that we got a new project. Didn't expect to buy it, didn't expect to win it, but we did. So let's get into it straight now and see what happened with it. Morning.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good. Oh, good. They've put the bumper in the car.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, because when you brought it, I said, listen, there's a bumper on the picture. Where's that?
Yeah, I say on the photos, it was just lying in front of the car, wasn't it?
And he was like, oh, okay. Listen, look what I found. It's an earring. It's not golden though, because you just see it's like it's squared off.
You find all sorts of things in the cars, don't you?
Yeah. We're just laying there. and here's like a cloth hanger.
Can never have too many coat hangers.
I'll leave them all to you then.
Yeah.
It's been recently done because you just see there's a mask at the back there.
Oh, is there? There's not much wrong with it.
No.
Should be a quick turnaround, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's good.
Hopefully.
Better give it a good clean.
Yeah.
So a quick walk around.
Let's get that bumper out.
No dents I can see under the dirt. That front panel looks alright actually, despite the bits of tape on it. We won't know until we get the bumper up, of course, but bumper off. You know what I mean. Yeah, looks alright.
Yep.
That's good. Oh, not quite enough to start it.
What's that?
Oh, sun. Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. This is mid-roll, so I'm not going to give it the morning. All my glasses have gone dark, I just realised. Got my hat on because it's bloody cold today. There it is, it's arrived. Let's have a look. So, the bumper was in the boot, thankfully. Looking at the bumper, we've got a whisker hanging off. That will go back on, no problem. There you go, fixed. I just need some glue. I've got some gel badges, so I'm not even going to replace this. I bought some gel badges. So I'm going to fit one of those on there. There's a few little scrapes on the... Oh, it's broken there, look. Didn't know about that. That's a shame. That is a shame. I can plastic weld that from the other side. It's not a problem. Oh, it's all split along there as well. At least it's where the number plate goes, so it won't notice so much. But yeah, no, I'll definitely be reusing that bumper. Definitely. DRL's missing, obviously. It's clearly broke. We've got the broken tabs as usual in there. I've got DRLs. I fixed a couple of headlights yesterday as well. The battery was flat when I started it, or when I tried to start it, or rather when Gallin tried to start it to get it onto the transporter, off the transporter rather. So I used my jump pack to do that. So as you can see, both bars are missing. We didn't know that, and we got that tape that we mentioned before on there, but we'll have another look at that in a minute and see what's going on down there. But we'll have a look around the rest of the car. So damage wise, bonnet's fine, no damage on the bonnet whatsoever. Wings fine, doors fine, sill, no damage on the sill, no damage on the roof, no damage on the rear quarter. These two tyres look fine, no damage on the back apart from the dirt again. Tiny little scuff there which will come out with G3. Same applies this side, no damage. No damage on the sill, no damage on the door, and no damage on the wing. So at first glance, it all looks very good. They look like new Avon tyres as well. Wow, that's a new tyre actually. And that, yeah, really good tyres on it. So let's have a look inside. Dirty inside. There's a mask, free mask. Seats are rotten. It's a pop, isn't it? So no glass roof. Yeah, no aircon, obviously. Well, not obviously. Some pops have it. A lot of junk in there, which we'll go through in a minute. I might even put some gloves on. That seat doesn't want to move forward, but I won't worry about that. It's very, very dirty. Look at it down there. Look at all that. Needs a really good clean. Go around the driver's side. Got some ibuprofens. Little earring. All odds and sods in here. 64,000. Oh, it's just switched off. 64,000 miles. Coat hanger. Oh, there's lots of stuff in the boot. We'll have a look in there in a minute. Another earring down there. Doesn't look like we've got any manuals or anything, unless they're in the boot somewhere. So it sounded when I started it and brought it down the drive, it sounded really nice. It seemed to run really nice. It went and stopped as it should. Oh, what we got in here? Crash bar. That one's a good crash bar. That's the bottom one, isn't it? Top one's not in here, but as we know, I've got one of those. Headlights. I said I repaired a set of headlights yesterday. Oh, that one's got a good lug there. It's got 2 broken lugs, but we'll use those on a future project. A few bits of clothing. Back shelf. Oh, there's a pair of shoes. Some Krispy Kreme. Oh my god, man, there's stuff in here. Oh, a Vivian Westwood. I assume that's probably an empty box. Excuse me while I open it. Yeah, empty box. Oh, lots of bolts and... Oh, it's all the bolts for the bumper. That's good. Krispy Kreme. That's come off, that's broken. I think that's welded on, isn't it? So I could glue that back on, but I have got spares of those. I might actually glue it on. Yeah, that's all good actually. So I think for the moment, we'll stick the headlights in. Stick the new headlights in. Oh, that's had a repair there. Look, not a very good one by the looks of it. So we'll have to have a look at that. Maybe make a better repair of that before I sell it. We'll have a look, see how it's done, but it's all, I mean, that should be pushed in there anyway. While it's coming out. Yeah, we'll have a good look at that. So, what's under here? Good spare, full toolkit. Not the junk in these cars. So at least we've got the bottom bar. As I say, I've got a top one. Got a back shelf like I didn't have any other one, and I've just spotted a £2 coin down there. Excellent. I'm in profit already. So I've forgotten what the total was on this. It was 14 something. It was 1100 or 1150 or 1050. No, 1150 I think was the hammer price. We'll go over those figures later. But it was about 14 out the door plus £85 delivery. And there doesn't look like there's much to do apart from what I already knew had to be done. So let's pop the bonnet's already open, I think. I've already opened it, yeah. I'm just going to put you on pause a minute while I get this bonnet open. Okay, so got a decent Bosch battery in it, which is quite flat, but we don't know how long this car's been sitting around for. So I'm going to get that on charge. Take that out and get that on charge. Now, front panel, I don't know what this tape's on here for. Let's have a look. It's not damaged. Don't know why it's there. Don't know. There is no damage to that. Don't know why it's there. There doesn't seem to be any reason it should be there. It's weird. I don't know why they've even taken... Unless it was taken apart at a garage they were contemplating repairing it before it was written off, but it's impossible to tell whether that's, I mean, that is an OEM panel, but it's impossible to know whether that's the original one or not. It doesn't look very dirty, so it's a possibility it's been a replacement one. Actually, it's a little bit folded up on that corner, but that's nothing. I can soon flatten that out. I don't think there's any need. It has gone, I don't know, has it gone back a little bit? Not sure. It's quite close to that. The fan's quite close to the heat shield, I think. I'm not sure now. I'll have to have a look at the other car. Not sure if that's pushed in or not. Probably, maybe it has a little bit, so maybe it might be wise to put a new one on. But not at the moment. At the moment, I'm going to try and put headlights in. I'm not even going to bolt this up. I'm going to put the headlights in, just put the bumper on so I can get it outside. And then once this one's done today, this one can go outside and this one can come back down the drive. So, yeah, I mean, the front panel's got to come off for me to do that chassis leg anyway, so. It's alright, excuse my not talking, I'm just thinking. So yeah, I've got one of these, this is obviously bent up a little bit here, which I say isn't a particular problem. I can bend that back. I guess that's why they took the headlights out. Because I know obviously one of the tabs was broken on one of the headlights anyway, but we can temporarily put those headlights back in. Just so they're in. I won't even bother wiring them up, I'll just put them in place. Get the front bumper back on loosely, and then I can put it outside. There's no grill. I'll grab a grill. I've got loads of grills up in the loft. I'll grab one of those, put that on. So that's good, yeah. So it's not too bad. So I'm gonna. Is that very slight crease? No, it's just dirt. I thought it was a slight crease in the wing, but it's just dirt. This obviously hasn't been washed for a very, very long time. Got some, oh look, a little bit of delamination there, so you know what I'm going to do there. I'm going to put some of me wrap on that, rub it down like I did before. I have got spares of those, but I'm getting choked by the boiler fumes. Mirror's a bit cracked. Actually, I'm going to take these mirrors off. I've got those black gloss mirrors off of Cooey, so I'm going to take them off and put those on here, and I have got a spare white, so I can put a spare white on there, either keep them for another project or sell them. Yeah, it's cracking. Oh, it's funny. It's almost like it's done on purpose, that crackly effect. It's weird. But yeah, I'm going to put those black gloss mirrors on now. I think they'll look nice. I've been waiting for a white car to put them on, actually. So, yeah, I don't know about this front panel. I don't know whether to leave it. I'll see how the headlights go, and it might be enough to straighten it out. But if it is pushed in too far, as I say there, if that is in too far, which I think it possibly is, then I'll just replace it. As I say, it's got to come off anyway. The radiator is absolutely fine, not been touched at all. So I don't know where this has hit, because I don't know, this is bizarre. This is really bizarre. It makes me wonder whether someone's just put a new front panel on. No, it can't be, because it is slightly bent, isn't it? Weird. Are these original? It's difficult to tell whether these are original or not. Interesting. So yeah, right, anyway, so let's make a start, get these headlights out, we'll put those on, and then we'll offer the bumper up and see how they fit. Right, as you can see on time lapse, I've got the headlights in. They're only on two nuts at the moment, that one there, and the same the other side. So it's loose on this side, so there's a little bit of a gap either side, which will easily be adjusted by loosening that bolt and tipping it inwards a little bit. So I've got you saw me on time lapse put the grill in. It was a bit of a job. Sometimes when these tabs, because it's just held in by tabs, when the tabs are a little bit bent, sometimes it can be a little bit challenging. Now this may not go in on properly because the front, the panel is probably a bit low. But I'm going to stick one bolt in it to hold it, and then I'm going to see if I can get it into the sides just to hold it in position. I'm more interested in getting the sides in than anything else really. So let's give it a try. As I say, the front panel is low, so it may not be very easy to get this in, because as the front panel isn't bolted in, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. This, I think what I might have to do is get the jack underneath, jack up the front panel, just to allow me to get the bumper in. That's a nuisance. I'm going to try the other side, see what that's like. And I think it's going to be equally difficult. No, that's not actually. No, that side's gone in fine. I say fine, you know, there's a bit of a gap, but we don't care about that at the moment, just want to get it on. Let's try this again. Actually, you know what? It ain't going to be perfect, but it's going to go in sort of. I don't want to go breaking any tabs. If I can help it. There we go. That'll do. That'll do as a temporary job. Once the front panel is lifted to where it should be, then those will go in. The problem is because down the bottom, it sits quite tight underneath onto the bottom of the front panel. So because that front panel's got no bolts in it, it sits quite low. So therefore you can't get it underneath to the right height to get it snugly in those. But considering that, that's gone in alright. So I'm just going to put a couple of bolts in at the top, and that'll do. And as long as the bonnet shuts, I don't really care how well it shuts. As long as it does shut. And then we can park it out on the road. Not now, I'm going to wash it first. But I'll stick it on the insurance. It is MOT till October. I don't know if it's showing road tax or not, but I need to sort that out. Obviously I haven't got a logbook with it, so I've got to send off the V5. Sorry, not the V5, the V62 to produce the V5. So I can tax it at the same time. So let's get that bonnet shut and see how it shuts. Get these out of the way. Hopefully, okay. Well, sort of. Obviously the bumper needs to come right forward, but again, it's fine to get it out on the road. Obviously it needs quite a lot of adjustment, but that's all again down to the front panel being low. Once the front panel's at the right height, that will shut properly. It may need some adjustment at the sides, which it will do a little bit, but that's nothing. It's nothing. So I'm not going to work on this just yet. I bought this as the next project because Loopy Harold and Bluey are almost done now. So then then I can concentrate on this one. So from when I got this car to now, it's about half an hour. Got the headlights in, not in properly, but they're in, and we've got the bumper on. Cracking. That's not bad going, is it really? So I'm going to get all those marks off the windscreen. Runs, drives, one key. The X at the end of here means it was a Copart auction car, i.e. it's a crash damaged car, lost type accident. It does say there. It doesn't always say. Pickup date. So that was presumably when it was the accident happened. That day or the day before, maybe 22nd of 12th. So it's been sitting there ever since. And that's obviously the lot number. So an X means, as I say, it's a crash damaged car that's gone to auction. If it's got a C there instead of an X, that means it's a customer car. Now they're the ones to be aware of, beware of. This was a C car, and as we know, if you've watched the Loopy Harold videos, you'll know that the crash damage had already been repaired. One of the members of one of the viewers of the channel was kind enough to send me the pictures of this when it was originally sold from Copart. They obviously repaired the damage and then had that problem with the inlet manifold that took me weeks in real time to get to grips with and get it changed, and they obviously didn't, and just whacked it back through Copart and probably made a little bit of money out of it, or probably broke even anyway. But this ain't going to take me very long. We've got a few little marks on the bumper there we've got to repair. Now this bumper, the front panel, obviously it's low, which is why we've got the gaps, because of the tightness. As I said, it sits underneath on the bottom of the front panel. The bonnet is closed, however you can see there that the bonnet is overlapping where that should sit. Now there is a bit of movement with the bumper in and out on the holes, and that's always one of the adjustments that I make. However, if it is pushed into slightly, that would also be the reason. I've got to get that front panel off to do that chassis leg, so I may as well change it. I've got one, I might as well change it. Radiator's fine, just that front panel, so I might as well do that. It takes me an hour to do that, if that, so I might as well just do it. Yeah, so it needs a good clean. I'm going to take all the rubbish out the back of it, put the back seat up. That still needs gluing on, obviously, but we'll get all the stuff out, throw it all away, and get it all washed. I will look at that at some point. I'm not going to do that now. It's obviously okay at the moment. It just doesn't look very pretty, but I will sort that out. I will check the connections on that and make sure it's okay. I'm only going to give it a wash on the. I'm not going to go around all these bits. Yeah, that'll be on its final clean, or it's not its final clean, but you know, a clean once it's all done. But yeah, at the moment that's about it. So I'm going to clear it out and then give it a wash. So we'll see in a bit. There we go, all cleaned. Took some cleaning actually. All along the seals and along the bottom of the doors was really grained in. Took all my effort to. I mean, it's only a first clean, but it looks a million times better than it did. Roachford's cars are always really dirty, but I think this one was dirty from probably being driven on a motorway or something and not cleaned for a while. So the seals in the bottom of the doors will need a proper good going over. But I'm probably going to put what do you call it, the fallout remover all over this anyway. But yeah, it's nice and clean now. I've washed most of the suds off. I've only hosed it. Not hosed it, I washed it properly with bucket and sponge, and I've hosed it off. As you can see, the suds on the floor, of course. So we're just going to put this at the moment where the bath normally lives, just there, because Connor will be around within the next hour or so to do Loopy Harold's cam belt. So let's get this out of the way and go and do a bit of shopping, and then we'll be back in a bit. In fact, this probably won't be back in a bit actually. This will probably be the end of this video for now. So yeah, we will actually finish this video here. We'll have a quick little chat upstairs before we sign off. But I haven't got a name for this car yet, so we've got to think of a name. I was thinking of Blondie, because I've called white ones Blondie in the past before I've done any work on, before I've done any videos on them. So we might call this one Blondie as well. So Project Blondie. Don't think we've had a Project Blondie. No, we haven't. So we'll have Project Blondie for this one, because she's blonde. Definitely a girl. What do you think? Yeah, I think so. White ones are girls. crazy. Anyway, yeah, Project Blondie. We'll be back. So that's Project Blondie. So that was parked out in the road. So Connor could get his car down the drive, so he could do the cam belt on Loopy Harold. So yeah, that is the end of this first day on. Well, it wasn't even a day, was it? So this is the first day, but it was hour and a half that I spent on this car, Project Blondie. Yeah, so we'll be back with a challenge on the next video on this car. So stay tuned for that, and that'll be coming up probably in 2 or 3 days' time. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a casual viewer, please hit that subscribe button. Do appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, and share and like it as much as possible. It all helps the channel, and I do appreciate your subscribers, do appreciate your comments. I'll always answer them. Stay safe, stay well, and stay at home. See you soon.